How do you start over when you feel like you messed up as a new manager? You really set the wrong tone. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Welcome to the channel, Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help new managers become better leaders, and I do that with no nonsense sense and a sip of coffee. The questions come to me. This person, let's break down their situation. They're a new regional manager, which is fantastic. More fantastic, she's 23. Think about that. You're running multiple stores because you're the regional managers. So first, let's do a thumbs up for that, okay? Now, here is the problem. She feels that she's not being taken seriously by her staff. She feels that she's kind of messed up the relationships because she's been too soft. So how do you flip a switch and not be so soft, be a little bit more hard, be a little bit more focused? She says that she picks her battles and she feels that she's using that to avoid dealing with the conflict. What are we going to do, kids? What are we going to do? Listen, when you're new, when you're young, conflict is a difficult thing. Being a manager, overseeing other people can be difficult. We want to be like naturally, we want to be friendly. And as a supervisor, as a manager, as a leader, you can be. But what I lean back on, and I wish I would have done it when I was younger, but two things. And you may have heard it if you watched any of my videos, and if you haven't, you better start watching more. It's not a threat. But two pillars that I lean on. One, firm but fair. If you start to build a reputation by being firm, meaning, listen, this, I'm laying down the law, this is what it is, but you're being fair. One, everybody's following the same law, and two, within reason, we can have some wiggle room because you're a fair leader. The other thing that I lean on is doing the right thing is always the right thing. If you manage with these two things in the back of your mind, you will see the light of day. You will enjoy this management journey. It will become easier. So now let's get into what the heck is this girl going to do? You're known as being too soft. You're afraid to come in and just change up your style. Well, here's the thing. You can't. Not if you want to have good working relationships with these people. It has to be a slow change. You have to start setting your boundaries. Again, this is my opinion. Some people will say, you just come in and say, listen, this is the new law. And that's fair. But I have a feeling that based on your personality, what you described, you want to have more of a relationship with these people. So it has to be slow. You have to just start saying, Sam, I need this done. And then you need to follow up and make sure that it gets done. You have to be on top of people a little bit more. Borderline annoying. But where they see, okay, things are changing around here. Is it me? Is it her? I don't know. The other thing you can lean on is you have a boss that you have to report to. I'm all about giving fair warning. When I became a supervisor at the airport, I had a lot of friends that I became the boss of. And other supervisors put it on me to get these people in line. You need to crack the whip. You need to write suspensions. You need to write people up, give disciplines. No, I do not need to do that. And I'll tell you why. What I need to do is I need to tell people that the rules have now changed. I need to tell them that this is how I am going to be proceeding from today moving forward. Everybody gets a clean slate. Everybody gets a warning shot. So even though other supervisors, other managers have been dealing with these problems, they weren't becoming my problems. Not at that level. I'm starting clean. You are starting clean today. So there's nothing wrong with going to your employees and saying, listen, my expectations have been changed. My boss is expecting that we go from this to this many sales to that many sales. This has to look this way. If you're working retail, we need to do this, move this many units. We need to have this display front set up by this time. Lay out what the new rules are, what's being expected of you, and how that will be translated or implemented to the people that you're looking after. Once you've now laid the groundwork, and this isn't something that you're going to do in front of everybody, this is something that you're going to do in one-on-one meetings. You're going to bring everybody into a meeting room, an office, wherever you can have some private chit chat time. Bring coffee. This is a conversation. It's not a dictatorship. It's a conversation. This is how we're moving forward. I'm hoping you're on board. At that time, now you've made the switch. You are now no longer easy peasy, the pushover, not being taken seriously. You've now put it, we're being very serious. This is how we're moving forward. Everybody got that heads up. Now, if they don't follow along, it's no longer your problem in the sense that you should not feel blame. You should not feel guilt. I gave you a heads up. I told you the expectations, and now you're not meeting them. And now I have to do what I told you I was going to have to do. We're having a discussion about this. I'm putting it in my notes. This is a, non-verbal warning. This is a verbal warning. This is a written warning. However, your disciplinary process moves forward, that's what you have to follow. Now, does that mean you have to be a hard ass and you have to go after everybody? No, you're setting the rules. You've made changes to how you are going to move moving forward to advance yourself, to develop your skill set, and now you're asking other people to do the same. Are you going to get pushback? Absolutely, but in my experience, you're only going to get a little bit until they realize that you're serious. Then they're going to hate you for a little bit. They're going to think, oh, she's changed. You know what? She used to be a cool manager. Now she's just like the rest. And that's okay. Because you need to look after you, and you need to know that you are one, you're being firm and fair. And two, that doing the right thing is always the right thing. And the people that know this and can be mature enough to grasp the concept will come around, and they will see that this is actually a positive change, because I can work a lot better when I know what the rules are and I'm not trying to skirt around them. I know you know them. I know you're going to call me on them. If you need questions answered, I do my best to get into the comment section, and if I can create a video like this, I look for those opportunities. But if you want to stand out, consider becoming a member. I always look for member comments first and foremost. And if I can make a video, I do that. If not, I send a personal message on your comment to try to help you out through the situation. But if you need to get my attention, consider becoming a channel member. And that's how you get it. I'm going to get my coffee. I'll see you in the next one.